Hey everybody, the King of Ramble is back with another ramble that will lose me probably 10 subscribers because those are people who aren't used to me rambling because I haven't done it in a long time. But here I am. I was going to make a video about a bunch of screenshots that I took while playing Clash of Clans, and I still want to make that video, but it's on the back burner now because I feel like I want to actually put some production polish into it and make a bit of a joke out of it because I've been playing that game for a year and a half now, and every time I see a cool map, I like to screenshot it, and I want to do like a top 50 maps that I've seen. Because sometimes people put a little bit of work into their art, and yeah, since I'm not going to do that today because it's a very big project, I'm going to talk to you guys about something else. This has been bugging me. It's unpaid internship. Now, why it's been bugging me is because I've been looking around in the job market as well as helping other people with their job searches. And in my field, in counseling, there are many different backgrounds that someone can come from. You can have an education degree, you can have a psychology degree like me, you can have a social work degree, anything in the behavioral sciences, you could get a job in counseling. And what's weird is some of those paths have unpaid internship that you would have to finish before you get degrees, and especially with social work, I've seen 1,000 hours for this, 1,000 hours for that, because the degree itself, like a master's degree in social work, requires in Colorado for any accredited by CSWE school 1,000 hours just to get the degree. But then Colorado, the state I live in here, it requires a license for that social worker, and that requires another 1,000 hours. Now, for those things, those have to be unpaid volunteerism. My path in the track of psychology, I can be paid for my hours of accreditation for all the various things that I am looking for. Now, the problem is there's so many people who want the same jobs that are paid that many times I'd say 90% of the time, in order to get some of the accreditations that I have, people end up volunteering because they can't find anything near them because they're in a remote part of the state, or they just couldn't get in with their foot in the door in a job that paid, or they volunteered in order to get a paying job later. And I have not, for any license or any degree program, I have not given any volunteer time outside of a capstone class that I took for my bachelor's. And that was very little time. It wasn't 1,000 hours, or 2 or 3 or 5. And I couldn't get into the field that I'm in now. I couldn't change my career if I had to give thousands of hours of volunteerism up front. I didn't build my life on free. I didn't build my life on minimum wage, and I can't sustain my life on that. So, if I hadn't found a job where I could get paid for it and also accrue hours towards all of my licensure, I would not be in the field. It's just, it boils down to that. And the implication of there being so many institutionalized needs for unpaid internship, the implication is that these people can go for a long period of time working for free. And that's bullshit. No one can afford it. They're doing it because there's a system set up that they can't get to the paid job without putting in those hours. But what are they doing during that time? Are they racking up student loans? Are they getting credit card debt? Are they living off someone else? Is somebody else paying for their bills during this time? It's, to me, it's a way for rich families to stay rich. Because the only people who can afford to do these sometimes 5,000 hours of free volunteerism and internship, the only people who can afford that are people who are rich. I've never been so well off that I could go 2.5 years and do a full-time hours job for no pay. That's what 5,000 hours would be at 40 hours a week. I've been dealing with these numbers a lot, so that's just off the top of my head. Every 1,000 hours, if you're doing it 40 hours a week, every 1,000 hours is 6 months. So, being that what this institution does is it keeps lower class people from being able to climb the ladder and work themselves out of poverty, because it's a barrier. Being that that's what it does, why do we allow it? We should have a list of companies that do unpaid internships, and we just should boycott them all. But I get the feeling that we'd have to boycott everything, because that's how widespread this institution has become. Under the ruse that, these are people who are going into this contract with this company willingly in order to get experience from the company, and that's something that is a tangible asset that it's going to help them get a job later. And that's fucking bullshit. What it tells your next employer is like, oh, look, he could afford to live for, a whole year of doing that internship on nothing. We don't have to pay him that much more than nothing, in order to get him to take this job. Fucking unpaid internships lower wages for everyone, okay? Companies don't value your work because they can get the same amount of work from 3 free workers rather than paying you, and that's what it comes down to. It makes companies not value work at all. It works against class mobility, and equal opportunity. I'll say that too. This is a very social justice mindset here, but hear me out. If the people that have the money are all one fucking race, or culture, and then the people that don't have the money historically are this other race or culture. This system where you have to give of yourself fucking years in order to get the job. You have to fucking, just to get the degree, you have to put that many fucking free hours into something. It's going to keep all of the poor people poor, and if those poor people happen to be of a certain race, historically, they're going to stay that way. Right? That is, if you fucking believe in equal opportunity, You should be against unpaid internships. All right, and it's like a lot of places they are skirting the law. I'll say, because we have minimum wage laws, right? But they'll throw out these internships as like the new. See, you could have like a 90-day period where you could be hired on, to the company through a temp agency, right? And in that 90-day period, if they feel like you're not a good fit, they can just cut you before that 90 days. That's how it used to be, and at least you were getting fucking paid. But now people are busting their ass for free in order to impress employers in a way that should not be fucking illegal, because we have laws against it, but we have this other set of internship laws that help companies skirt minimum wage laws. Okay? And it should be fucking criminal to not pay interns anything. You know? But this is where our economy is. We have so many fucking people that want to work that can't find a way to get into the career that they want to get into, that they're willing to try anything to get their foot in that door, And if it has to be sitting outside the door, working for free for that company until the company finally says, "Hey, you've been here for a couple years doing a lot of good free work for us. We'll take you in." If that's what it takes, they're willing to fucking do it, because the job market fucking sucks. And it's supposed to be that interns are not supposed to be doing work that the employer is getting benefit from. They're supposed to be doing busy work that the employer doesn't benefit from at all. And that's bullshit in practice. I can tell from my experience that's fucking bullshit. Because how does somebody display that they are able to lead a group counseling class? How do they do that without actually running one with actual clients in it? How does somebody display that they are able to write an article as an intern, in order to impress their employer? They fucking write an article. Or they write a bit of an article, and then their work gets taken by a paid employee, and, all of their work just gets labeled under the paid employee. But the fucking companies do benefit from this. This is why they are perpetuating this system where unpaid internships are basically a requisite to finding work these days. They want more free work. There are bunches of nonprofit organizations that would not fucking exist if not for unpaid interns. The work simply would not get done. It's not a matter of them having even a choice to pay these people, because these nonprofits don't have any money to begin with, and they'll have people sign up for these internships thinking, oh, well, maybe this will lead to a paid position later on with this company. There is no fucking money to pay for them. They're just stringing them along. So that's my rant for today. If anyone has any serious counter argument to anything that I've said, please make a video and leave the link in the comments. Please take off the first part, the www.youtube.com, and then just put the /watch, okay, so that you don't get spam filtered. because I have to go back and check and see who's left what response, and people who leave legitimate responses are getting spam filtered now just for leaving, a video link. That's bullshit too.